Today is a culmination of several months of work by our club. We realized that this is our 50th anniversary year and we wanted to do something special to commemorate it and to get the word out there about our club and Rotary in general. But if you're here today, a lot of that is because of Peg Muldowney. She publicized this on newspapers, radio, TV, maybe. Facebook. And if you're here and you're not one of our regular Rotarians, hopefully I'll name you here in no particular order. We have Eric Solsa here today. Matt Britt from the Hub Co-works. Chelsea Vogel and Jim Bolton from Peg TV. Lindsay Jones from NBC5. Joel Tate, Leo Pond, and Scott Allen. I can't tell you where they're from yet. Brian Collmore from the Vermont Senate. Thanks for coming. Ruth Clough is our district governor-elect, so she's going to be governor of Rotary next year. And Terry J. from Catamount Radio. I met Alex J. yesterday. Nice young man, Terry. Is Donald Trump here? I'm sure Peg must have contacted him. Probably had an early tea time. So, most of the work that went into selecting the winner this year was done by Mary Ashcroft and her committee.
Thank you.
Come up and explain the process.
Oh, they're throwing money at you. I like that.
You're doing a good job.
Okay, Mary.
Do you want me now or later? Yeah, it's good. Morning, everybody. Rotarians from Rutland South, happy anniversary. Yay! So I want to thank my committee. Well, we've already thanked Peg, and we should thank her several times over for the great work she did publicizing. Carolyn Mew, Bill Gillum, Peg Muldowney, and Len Semp and myself were all this group that came up with the idea and pursued the idea of doing something big for our 50th anniversary. And we wanted to give away a big chunk of money. And in doing so, we wanted to really reach out and find out what the need was in our community and address that need directly. And I think with the help of Rotarians who helped with the selection process, I think we did just that. What we did is we broadcast, through Peg's help, the fact that we were giving away $50,000, and we asked people to apply from their nonprofit organizations around Rutland County. We received 38 applications, and that became our needs study. So if anybody wants to know where the need is in Rutland County, those grants told it all. We had folks, let me tell you what the needs are. You know instinctively, but let me tell you. There were applications for food and meals for the food insecure. There were applications for programs for housing and temporary shelter. There were applications for youth or youth-related programs, especially youth at risk. And on the flip side, there were applications for seniors and older residents to provide some of their care. Not that I'm one of those. There were applications for programs promoting health or mental health resources. There were applications for arts and recreation. And that's a lot of need. That's a lot. And there was a great, unique and creative ideas that we saw. We wish we could have funded all of them. It was an inspiration to those of us on the committee and ultimately to to the Rotarians. We brought in groups of the applications, we made suggestions on which to move forward, and in each step, the whole club had a chance to comment and to participate. And those who were active with one or more of the organizations, and we all have connections out in the community, they would step back, they would tell us that they had a potential conflict and they didn't participate in the decision making. So we were as fair and open as we possibly could be. And we learned that there are dozens of dedicated, underpaid, and overworked staff for nonprofits all over our county. And there are hundreds, literally hundreds of volunteers in all of these great organizations. And we're proud of all of you and the work you do. We value what you do, and we wish we could do more. So maybe we can. I sent out 37 emails this morning. It was hard to do. It was letting organizations know that we could not give them the money this year. There were, yes, 38 applications. One of them got to 50,000. And I invited them to stay in touch with us, those other organizations. Tell us what you're doing. We have other grant opportunities. Go visit our website. We like to do hands-on projects. Stay in touch with us. Come talk to us. And I've already received replies from a number of them saying, yeah, we'd like to come talk to you, and thanks. So we touched a nerve out there, and we touched a need, and today we're going to address that need. Rutland South Rotary Club has been here for 50 years. We hope that we will be here for 50 more. Some of us won't be, but whoever is here will be raising money and will be giving it away. So check out our website, stay in touch with us, and help us reach out and address needs in our community. Now, with that, I think we're ready for the big reveal, President Pete.
So one of the needs that we found was out there was housing. And this organization presented a unique and creative project to address that need. And they plan to use our $50,000 to construct and equip a workshop to build housing panels indoors year-round. These panels will then be assembled into housing units on sites, and the shop will use the skills and energy of area youth and volunteers. And with this workshop, Habitat for Humanity hopes to increase production of their houses from 2 per year to 10 per year within the next 5 years. So, Rebecca?
I'm right here. Habitat, please.
And Mary, you come up too.
Madam Chair, you may come up.
Gary, come on.
You got that one, David?
Yeah, I think so.
Rutland South Rotary presents Habitat for Humanity with $50,000.
Okay, thank you.
And now, Rebecca, you want to tell us about your project?
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. Fabulous news. We've had to keep it in for a few days here, so it's like, wow. Really wow. I'm going to try to get through this today without crying. You guys know sometimes I have a little crying issue, but it's very exciting. So I'm going to go through and knowing, you know, I'm also, I know this Rotary, so I'm going to give you the information that I know you guys now need. You've seen the proposal, you've seen the vision, and now I'm going to tell you how we're going to get there and how we're going to do it together. So first I want to thank everyone. What is that?
Microphone.
Okay. First I want to thank
everybody in this room, our Habitat team who's helped us get here on the Habitat side, but also just amazing work that the Rotary has done. I know the amount of work it takes, the community collaboration, the events to raise this kind of money, and we are truly blessed that you have seen the vision and are looking to us. I don't know where to stand. So
It's over there.
Okay. Looking to us to steward this money into the future to benefit our community. So all of our donors that are significant donors for us, we had a placard made. This is going to hang in our restore. And this is for you guys. And every day I go, okay. And all of our volunteers get a Habitat hat or a t-shirt, so that's an incentive to come out and work with us. As well as the work that you're going to do in the community. All right, so you've seen the grant, and what's going to be the impact? We're going to be establishing our first ever home panel workshop here in Rutland County, and it's offering year-round volunteer opportunities, which we talked about. It's reducing building costs because we can control how we build, control waste, we can order in bulk. It's going to reduce on-site construction time. We know we have a very limited time here in Vermont to build, and we've always been able to do it, but it's a crunch, and we want to be able to put more homes up. So in order to be able to do 5 in a building season, we had to come up with a plan that was going to allow us to build longer and throughout the year. So this panelization workshop is going to help us do that. We're going to be able to increase our build capacity. It is our goal that within the next 3 years, we'll be constructing and putting on properties throughout the county 5 homes for folks a year within 3 years. And then hopefully within 5, 10 or more. We'll see. Nothing's going to stop us. We're going to move forward. And then what's really cool is we've always been focused on our first-time home buyers because we do 1 or 2 homes a year. We're doing 2 right now. And so we're giving opportunities to new homeowners, but this system with allowing us to build more throughout the county is going to open up opportunities for home ownership for seniors and for landowners that currently own their own land. This is a really unique idea for us that's going to let somebody, for example, if they had a mobile home, say, and something happened to it, it's either, it's not habitable anymore or burned down, or we get 4, 5, 6 calls a year asking us to build a home on people's property. And we haven't been able to do it because of the different legal ramifications and things like that of building on property we don't own. But now we're building the homes, and we can partner with them and bring it to their property. And it eases that restriction. So it's really opening up a ton for us. And then even more excitingly is we just had an affiliate conference, and I've been updating the other affiliates across Vermont, and they're very excited about what we're doing here. We are the first ever in-house Habitat panel workshop in the state, and we are already talking to other habitats about doing and letting them use our panel workshop and or doing work for them. This is going to impact the entire state from Rutland County. So thank you guys very much. Give yourself a hand. Okay, the panel details for the builders in here. They're going to be 8 by 8 foot panels, complete from inside to out, meaning that when you see it standing there, it's going to have drywall or a finished product on the inside, and it's going to have the window, door, whatever it needs for that part of the house, and the siding on the outside. We're also going to be able to do them for internal panels, so obviously finished product on both, with plumbing and electrical stubbed right in and pigtailed out. So all you have to do is put them together and plug them together, and it's like, it's so cool. It really is, it's so cool. Our efficiency is R21 in the walls, R42 in the ceilings. It's got a purlin roof structure that's going to give added structure and allow us to do the panels in-house also. So the roofing structure will be able to go right on also, and it's not something we have to do on site. And they're going to be slab on grade. These are modest, affordable, and safe housing. And this is the brainchild of our board chair, Eric Solsa. He came up with this idea, and we've been working towards growing it and putting it into fruition for a few years now, and we are very excited that we can finally bring his dream to reality, with your help. So he's already designed a few of these panels. So this is him standing with one of them with the wrap on it, which would be an exterior wall, and that's the vapor wrap and the weather wrap that goes under the siding and over the sheeting. And then this is one, you can kind of see it. These were stacked up, so I'm sorry the pictures aren't better. This is a window, so this is the drywall on the inside, and that's the window already in. And there's the window with the siding on the outside, and what they look like internally. So very simple, clean, neat, and easy to make, which is going to be really great for our volunteers when they come to join us in the climate-controlled, heated, indoor workshop. All right. So I've been asked already, throughout where and how soon. Do you even have a building? Well, of course we do. Thank you, Leo. Leo's our fabulous, very inspired, and very diligent real estate agent. And he's been working with us as we navigate trying to find a building. And we can't announce where it is yet. I do one more piece of paper, which is actually going to probably come later this afternoon. And then we're going to be able to announce where we're actually moving. But I knew you guys would be able to keep a secret. All right? But this is the inside of the building. The chairs won't be there, obviously. But if you look right here, there's going to be a wall here, and it's going to go all the way across to here. And that'll be enclosed, and that's where the panel workshop in the new building is going to go. It's about 1,500 to 1,700 square feet that we're going to be able to build these things in. So, what's the time frame? All right. I can't express to you the joy that I have to be able to tell you today that when we launched our 5-year strategic plan in October last year, we weren't supposed to start building until 2027. It just wasn't in the budget, it wasn't in the plan because we didn't have it. But because of you guys, we are 12 months ahead of schedule, which means we're going to be able to house people faster. I know, it's very exciting. So by February 2026, the first panel is going to be built by you guys. You're going to be the first one. All right? It's going to come out of the shop. You guys are going to be able to sign it, and it's going to go right into our spec home, which is going to be erected on the property of our new building so that people can walk through it, they can touch it, they can see what's in the walls. It's going to help our application period because our homeowners are going to be able to see what they're getting. Sometimes for them to conceptualize the home that they're applying for a year or 18 months before is difficult for them. So it's hard for them to see the vision and get excited. But they're going to actually be able to walk through a spec home and they're going to be able to see what they're getting. Our community is going to be able to walk through and touch it, see where the donations are going to, see how well we build, and they're going to be able to spread the word. So this is going to be fabulous. It will also probably be where you find me having lunch sometimes, just looking at it. It's going to be gorgeous. All right, so by June 2026, more than a year early, we're going to start opening up an application period to start taking homeowner applications for these homes. And the goal is by December 26th, we will be ready for the first occupancy and house our first family. So thank you very much for that, guys. So, knowing this Rotary, and I know you're going to have it, that this is done specifically, I am done talking, and now it's time for questions. So we're here. What do you got? Yes.
Spec home, what is the layout? Is it 1, 2 bedroom?
This is going to be a 1-bedroom with a bath, and it'll be, it's 16 by 16, which I think is 384 square feet maybe. I can't remember the exact number. And it will just be a general layout so they can see the finishes. We'll leave some of the walls open, they'll be able to see what's in it, things like that. So it's going to be a 1-bedroom. Yep.
Is your realtor going to be looking for land to put these things on, or what are you going to do?
I think he is. Yes. And we are actually talking to several very generous donors right now, and we are working on getting land, so I'm hoping that will be an announcement we'll be able to make again.
Is it Rutland County?
Yeah, we only build in Rutland County.
Okay.
So we are Rutland County specific for our habitat, but there are 5 other habitats in the state, and they would be looking in their counties.
Rebecca, so when they go through the application process, do they have a choice of what you're going to build for them? I know the spec house, the size of that, but do they have a choice 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom? Like, what is the actual layout of it?
That's an excellent question. So we're going to be concentrating on 1 and 2 bedrooms right now. We will have an option to do a larger home by adding panels. That's what's really innovative about this model, is that you can just add panels and make it bigger or smaller if you need it. So when we build a home, we choose ahead of time what the structure of the home will be. So that is what we build, and then the homeowners that apply, if it fits their needs, they'll apply for it. But we do have the opportunity to tailor if needed. But we are concentrating right now on the 1 to 2 bedrooms in order to control the affordability. You know how expensive it is to build a home. And so we want to make sure that these are affordable for our community members. And that's what we're going to be concentrating on.
So what does that cost, like a 1 or 2 bedroom?
So I'm glad you asked.
Some finance.
So I'm ready for you. So we have an approximate value. As we haven't built one yet, we've had to estimate the cost, but we're looking at about $188 a square foot. That is not just for the structure. That is from digging the first hole in the ground to putting in the infrastructure for sewer, water, electric, and then putting the roof on and giving them the keys. So it's $188 a square foot, but our expectation is that we're going to be able to lower that amount by as much as 27% per square foot once we get the model up and running. We just haven't been able to build one yet, so I can't give you an actual. So for 16 by 32, which is 500, hold on, I'm sorry, how big is that? 520 square feet, I think, something like that, which is a 1 bedroom, okay? Thank you, 512. It's about $96,000, top to bottom, soup to nuts.
There's nothing on the
Foundation to shingles. Yeah, okay?
That's great.
Are all of these going to be 1 story?
Yes, 1 story slab on grade. Yep.
Where are the 2 properties that you mentioned that are in production right now?
I can't tell you. I wish I could. But they are in Rutland County, just know that. And one thing about land, we do take donated land, and so when we work through these processes, we have to really just respect the donor process until we get into a formal agreement. So that's where we are right now. But just know that we are looking at property both that have municipal water and sewer capacity, availability, as well as our more rural areas, which we're starting to explore because this model is going to let us do that. So, wells, septic. So it's a little bit more of a challenge sometimes to build rurally, but we're up to it, and Habitat can do it. Yeah.
I just want to make a comment. Anyone who's talked to me about construction knows I'm a huge safety nerd, and panelization makes so much extra safety for like the volunteers that are there, and it's such a great thing that's being done all around the world, so I'm very excited about it.
Thank you for that.
Yay,
And we
safety.
agree. Yes. Anybody else?
What kind of insulation are you using? Sprayed in, or are you doing the standard?
It's spray, but I'm going to let Eric. Eric, would you answer that question because you're the insulation guy?
Yeah, so it's sprayed.
It's sprayed.
Yeah. Eric actually, has insulated all of our homes. So we've used everything from rock wool to the spray. So, yeah. Highly efficient, yes.
I just have a comment. Putting a house on the market for $90,000 or around there is unbelievable. It's a need from a financing standpoint. People can't afford houses right now, and this is really huge. So thank you for everything.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes.
What kind of response are you getting from the municipalities or towns for zoning variances to be able to put in perhaps 4 or 5 on a smaller parcel, since you're dealing with that? Are you getting any positive response from the towns to help encourage that?
So, excellent question, and yes, but let me qualify that. We're getting an excellent response when zoning allows it. So every town is very specific in what they allow for building. So what we do, which is really great, is that with this model, it's so versatile, we can accommodate most zoning. So it just really has to do with what the town's going to allow. But I can tell you that the smaller homes are really being supported across the state because of the lack of building property that we have left. So it's really an idea that is gaining momentum. And there are programs right now too that are asking people and providing support for them that if they want to upgrade from a mobile home, they can go into a modular and or panelized home. So these are all options that the state has recognized are important and vital for the growth of housing in Vermont. And because of that, we are getting a very positive response. Yes?
Do your buyers finance through you, or do they go to a regular bank or credit union?
Okay, so we do go conventional for our homeowners now, and we are having some very encouraging and robust discussions with some local banks and Vermont-wide banks on different structures of loans that our potential homeowners could access. So we are in the process right now of having these conversations, and I am very encouraged that we are going to find a partnership that is going to let us not only get the first time, mortgage where you just buy a home and land because we built on land we own, Habitat owns, and you purchase it from us, but also the hybrid type mortgage that we're looking for folks that may already own their land but need some infrastructure work done, and then the house comes in. So we are having some really, really encouraging conversations. So great response from our lending, because everyone knows how vital affordable housing is in the crisis that we're in right now. And everyone wants to do their part, and it takes a community, and we are finding the community is just stepping up as always. As Rotarians and as habiteers, we know that we couldn't do what we do without our community. And I am forever just blown away by the response we get from our donors, our community members, our volunteers, our contractors, our suppliers, our homeowners, everybody.
Rebecca, you just made a comment that, so Habitat actually buys the piece of land?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yep, sometimes we buy it, sometimes it's donated. We prefer it be donated because it means it's not an extra cost for land to put into the purchase price. So the more that we're able to partner with donors who have accessibility to land and supplies and things like that, the less expensive it is for the homeowners to get in. And we serve folks from 30 to 80% of the average median income. So for a family of two, they can't go over $65,000 in earnings for the year. And their total home ownership cost cannot exceed 30% of their income. So when they go to get a mortgage, they have to have a good credit score, low debt ratio, but their income limits them. And so what Habitat does as part of our shared equity model is we're able to come in and partner with them by getting the volunteers to come out and help us, by going out to the community and getting gift in kind of contracting work or supplies or donations of time, things like that, so that we can lower that initial purchase price for them and they can get in it. Our average mortgage that our homeowners take is about $108,000 because that's what they're able to do. And most of our folks who get into our homes are within the 55% percentile of the AMI. So we're working with those that truly cannot bridge the gap between the excessive costs and increasing cost of conventional housing and the wages. So we come in the middle, we give them a helping hand up, and generational wealth. They're owning, they're putting towards their family, to the future, and the key is that they'll eventually, be where they need to be, maybe outgrow these smaller homes, go into the conventional market. And what's really cool, because we like it here in Rotary, is that then the house is empty, we don't have to build it again, and another family goes in. So it's a rotating inventory. It is fabulous. It is fabulous. The better and more we build, the more people we can help for decades, guys. Decades. This is an investment that we are going to carry forward for decades in Vermont. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Peg Bulgioni, and I am a member of Rutland South Rotary, and we just had what I like to call our big reveal. Several months ago, we put forth an initiative to give away $50,000, our club, Rutland South Rotary, to a deserving nonprofit serving Rutland County. And today we had the big announcement that our winner is Habitat for Humanity of Rutland County, Vermont. And Rebecca Stevens, who's the executive director, just was given the check, and we're so excited for her. She's got big plans for the grant. She's going to be creating a home panelization workshop, which is actually going to help expand the housing stock in Rutland, because folks are going to be able to construct the panels in a climate-controlled environment. So that will just amplify the number of houses that are going to be available eventually over the next several years. And we're very proud of this. This is something that we've been wanting to do. Our club is thrilled for Rebecca and thrilled for Habitat for Humanity of Rutland County, Vermont.
We're super excited. We just were awarded the $50,000 from Rotary South, and we're in just a couple days here. We're going to be able to introduce let everybody know that we are securing a new building, and that's going to allow us to do everything that we talked about in that room about the from the amazing donation. The building will be, what is it, like 5 times the size?
It's 8,100 square feet, and we're currently in 2,300 square feet. So this building is going to increase our restore by 3 times, and it's going to allow us to put in the workshop for the panels. And it's going to be an amazing combination of being able to come in and shop and support Habitat, but there's going to be an observation window so that customers can look in and see what's going on in the panel shop. And the land is big enough that we're going to actually have a walkthrough prototype home, so that donors and shoppers and potential homeowners and community members can come in and take a look and see what we're doing, and really get an idea about how far the community efforts and the partnerships that we belong to, including the Rotary, for this big donation of the grant of $50,000 to celebrate their 50 years, is going to really impact the community for decades. This is the forever home for Habitat for Humanity of Rutland County, Vermont, and we're going to be building everybody's forever home right out of it. Right, Eric? Yep.
We're excited.
We are. We're excited.